Hi, everyone. Today we are going to be discussing a doubles formation called the planned switch. I'd like to give Gigi Fernandez a little bit of a nod here. She has, I've been watching um, her webinar on doubles formations with the USPTA World Conference. And so she discusses certain formations that will work great for recreational players. So I'm going to just kind of reiterate what she has discussed and also add a little bit of my own spin on it as well. But first off, we're going to be talking about what a planned switch is, and then we're also going to explain why it would be beneficial, why it's a beneficial formation, and how you can implement this into your practice and then also your matches. So first off, if you ever have a chance to take a lesson with Gigi or listen to some of her webinars, she really discusses kind of a cyclical approach to playing doubles. And one of her points is positioning and court coverage. And so really, formations are super important because they affect how either the returner or the server approaches their shot. So in our planned switch that we're going to be discussing today, this would be a great time, a good time to use this formation or tactic would be, if the returner has a good cross-court return, if they're strong on one side, it really forces them to hit down the line. So it makes them change direction and it makes them think. And then also, it helps. There's a lot of anxiety with specifically recreational players in poaching, and they're always feeling like they have to move. This is a great tactic to use that will get your partner moving in the right direction, and it gets both players involved. And you can also use this tactic if you're the opposing net player is being aggressive and you're feeling like you're being attacked on that end. So really quick, we're going to run over a couple of things. Some solid tactics that you need to have, some plays that you can run are off of the serve, off of the return, and then you're also wanting to hit a high percentage shot. So with that being said, let's move into what we're going to talk about. So really, ideally, when we're talking about formations, we really want to have your ideal holy grail situation, the place where you want to be, are both players up at the net. So I'm going to use my little whiteboard here. But you want both players up at the net. You want both players up at the net, and then you want your opponents staggered. Ideally, you would like them staggered, or having the opponent both back, because now you have places to hit here. Okay, so if you can get your partner up to the net as fast as possible, that's going to be, we would always say in college, the team that gets to the net first and the team that moves first typically will win the point. Some options that you have to get both players up to the net. Number one, you can hit that nice solid return cross court and then have your partner come up or you or your partner hit and come forward. So you're driving that ball deep and then approaching to come forward. You can chip and charge. You can slice and come in. You can lob the net player and then come in. Or you can attack the net person and come in. So there's many different ways to open up the court and to create opportunities for you both to be at the net. But one of one of my favorites is what Gigi talks about in her webinar. It's called the planned switch. So it's a planned poach that you and your partner pre-decide what's going to happen and when your partner is going to move. So, okay, so we're gonna get back to the drawing board here. So typically, the one thing that you really need to make sure is that you both are on the same page as to when you are going to be moving, at which ball you are going to move. So, if you go back to our discussion about how long points last a few months ago, points really only last about 4, maybe 5 balls. So 0 to 4 balls. So we only have a small window of time for you to be aggressive. So what we're going to talk about is when to move. So if I have myself, this is Hadley, and then my partner here, who is Megan, because I don't know Megan. And so my partner here, and my partner is going to be serving. So we're going to say that I am going to move on the second ball. So the second ball would be her serve plus 1 more ball. So serve plus 1. Okay, so that would be, I would be moving on number 2. So that is number 2. Serve is 1, and then 1 more ball. And then we're going to switch. So what will happen is Meg will serve, the returner will return back, Meg will hit 1 more back cross court, and now what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch. And then Meg is going to run over here and cover my line, okay? And so I'm going to switch over here, and hopefully I'm going to be hitting the ball right around there. Now, if this player down here is smart enough, they're going to try and hit down the line. That's really what we're trying to do. We're trying to create an opportunity for your partner, Meg, to come up to the net. So if the opponents do hit down the line, Meg's going to hit a shot. She now this person that's over here is completely neutralized. You have taken that person out of play. And so now Meg is playing with my opponent, who is, I don't know, Jessica. So Jess down here. Okay. So now they're playing down the line. So now Meg is going to hit a ball and she's going to sprint forward. And now guess what? We are both at the net. And now we are in a position to be aggressive. Okay. And so another thing is if the ball does come here and as I'm crossing, because my momentum is moving this way, I need to be hitting here, okay? Because I want to hit in the direction in which my momentum is moving. It's so difficult for me to try and hit back over here, and now I've set Meg up as a sitting duck. So you really want to make sure that you're hitting in the direction in which you're moving, and then as soon as Meg hits, she's wanting to come forward and come to the net, okay? So that's the planned switch. So really important to be on the same page. It's really you really try and neutralize that net player, and you're really working on creating opportunities for you both to come to the net. That's the biggest thing. If you can have both players at the net, you're really dictating play, and then you're not, then you take that opposing net player out of play. And that to me as a coach is the ideal situation. Especially if you have somebody that's strong at the net on your opposing side, you really want to make sure that they are taken out of play as soon as possible. So now just remember, tennis is a game of errors. So, you really want to, if you have both players, if the opposing side has both players up, you want to be steady. You want to keep the ball low and cross court or to the middle. You don't ever want to go down the line. Going down the line is a low percentage shot, and it sets your partner up. However, if you do decide to go down the line, If my opponent hits down the line here, you want to hit to my inside shot, okay? Because if you hit to that outside shot, that creates an angle up that middle and creates an angle for me to hit up the middle. But if you hit to my inside shot, it's really hard for me to create an angle. So most likely that I will go back to the person that hit the shot. So you'll probably be on the baseline. But if you have a team that's being very aggressive, like what we should be doing is moving forward and having both players up. You can always lob, and then you always can drill the middle right at their bread box. You can hit it right at their bread box body. That's what we call it here at Hillcrest, right at that body box. And don't try and open up the angles. You're really trying to hammer that ball down the middle. Okay, I think that's it right now. I hope this helped. Thank you for joining us at Hillcrest. Be on the lookout. Our fall programs have started up. They'll start next week. And have a wonderful weekend, and we'll see you back here next week. Bye now.